Good day. Today, the 25th day of May 2021. I just want to share some of the things that I learned from today's Bible study taught by blessed memory, Brother Eli Soriano. Genesis chapter 1, verse 16 to 18. And God made two lights great, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the star also, and God set them in the firmament of the heavens to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. God created the sun, the large light, to control or to oversee the day, while the lesser light, the moon, to oversee the night, so that we can have light and night and day. And in Genesis chapter 1, verse 31, He made us to realize that and everything that God created was good. Everything He created was beautiful. Even the evening and the morning, everything was perfect. But unpleasantly came from God's enemy. From God's enemy, and God's enemy is the devil. He rebelled against God. He was created by God as angel, but he became evil. His name became devil or Satan. The first mission of the devil was to destroy man. His first victim was Eve. In Genesis chapter 4, verse 12, when thou tillest the ground, you shall not henceforth yield unto thee as strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth. God called him fugitive and vagabond. This was Cain that was mentioned in the Bible here. He became a fugitive, he became a vagabond because he killed his brother. He murdered his brother, and this spirit came from the devil. In Revelation chapter 12, verse 7 to 9, we saw how the devil fought the angels of God in heaven, the place, the domain of all good, where righteousness is, where there is truth, goodness. But the devil has no place. He has lost it all. And then he couldn't win the battle. He was defeated. And he was sent to the heart. He was thrown into the heart. And in 1 Peter 5, verse 6, be sober, vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Just as he devoured Cain, that he made him to become a vagabond like himself, because God first called him a vagabond. The devil was an high angel, but rebelled against God with some angels. In Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 14 to 17, we will see how God had created him and how beautifully he had made him. He was an anointed cherub. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 31, as mentioned earlier, everything created by God was good, until iniquity was found in the devil. He had an evil ambition, so he also convinced some other angels, and they rebelled against God, and they lost their place in heaven. The devil wanted to be above God. In Revelation chapter 22, verse 6, it says, I, Jesus, have sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. Jesus is the morning star. The devil is also a star, and the angels too are stars. But Jesus is the only morning star. The devil wanted to be like God. The creation can't be better than the creator. The potter has power to shape the clay to what he wants. In Romans chapter 9, verse 20 to 21, we'll see this there. In Job chapter 38, verse 31 to 32, canst thou bind the sweet influences of Pleiades and loose the bands of Orion? Canst thou bring forth Mazarus in his season? Or canst thou guide Arcturus with his sons? Astronauts also know that there are constellations of stars. They discovered that there are wandering stars with black hole. Jude in 65 AD had mentioned this. For example, Satan, an angel without place, is wandering around, and he himself and his fallen angels are wandering around. So if they had said, if the scientists have said they have seen stars with black hole, it means that they have seen the devil. They have seen him. because he's wandering around. He wants to be above God's angel. He wants to be above God's throne. So he's just wandering around, as that 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8 had made us to know that he's wandering about, walking about, seeking whom he may devour. Thank you very much.